Hey, what's going on Facebook, YouTube? This is an impromptu stream. Um, Let me make sure that the TV is not too loud. Um, so hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Like I said, this is a impromptu stream. All right. So okay. So again, happy holidays to all of y'all. Something's going on with the the restream, and unfortunately, I wasn't. We weren't able to stream live to Facebook and to YouTube. So all right. So the reason why I'm doing this episode is because Crank Cuffin sent me a question, or he sent us a question. And Mike and I think we're going to do another episode on this. And he's asking, should he get a PS5 Pro? Now, for the record, I am going to get a PS5 Pro. I am going to get one. There's no doubt in my mind. I went inside of plenty of Walmarts, and they are still on the shelf. So the PS5 Pro is still out there. It's no rush for me to get it. Like I said, I will get it. I just had a bad experience when the I hope I didn't say PS4. I just had a bad experience when the PS4 Pro came out. Now I'm suffering with my PS Pro. The disk drive is not working correctly, and uh, I really don't see a difference, right? So with the PS5 Pro, um, it is a lot more than what you think the price is. Now, the PS5 Pro, uh, let's do, okay, let's go to Google PS5 Pro. PS5, PS5 Pro. Okay. So if you want a PS5 Pro, it's going to cost you 700 and some change, right? I had an opportunity to get a PS5 Pro, but instead I got the Ninja Slushy, right? So I really didn't want the PS5 Pro because I don't have any TVs that take advantage of everything that it claims it offers. Also, the PS5 Pro is something that we did not ask for. Us gamers did not ask for a PS5 Pro, not in that type of state. A PS5 Pro to me would be something um, different than what they're trying to sell. First of all, it does not come with a disk drive. So this thing where these video game systems are trying to force us to do media, digital media never works because you never own the rights to digital media because you're not the ones that maintain the servers the uh, that the game system and all. And excuse me for the way that I'm streaming, but I was trying to relax. You know what I'm saying? But when I was looking through YouTube, I saw his question, so hopefully he responds to this, or I'll just tag him in it. But um, It does not come with a media drive. And for $700, you know, then you have to buy the optical drive separately, which will cost you another $100. So what I'm trying to say is the PS5 Pro is not it's not worth it. And I'm on Google right now, and I'm looking at Best Buy, and I'm looking at Target, I'm looking at Walmart and Target. Again, all of these are saying that you can pick these things up today. You can pick them up today. So that kind of shows you that hardcore gamers, some of us, we're really not impressed. Like I got a couple of friends that did get it, like Glove Box Gaming. He actually got a PS5 Pro, but he has a TV that can support the features that are saying that this thing can do. Okay, so a PS5 Pro. What would be my option for a PS5 Pro? What would have got me to jump out there instead of buying a Ninja Slushy, instead of getting a PS5 Pro? And I brought I got two Ninja Slushies. I got one from Amazon that I paid retail price $2.99. If you're paying anything over $2.99, you are getting ripped off. Don't pay $600-700 for a Ninja Slushie. Target sells them for the MSRP, and the Ninja Kitchens sells them for the MSRP. You can go to Costco and buy the Iceman, and it probably works as good as the Ninja Slushie. So don't pay these ridiculous. I don't know what's going on with Walmart, and now I go to Amazon. Amazon is trying to charge ridiculous prices for it. But getting back to the PS5 Pro, what would be in the PS5 Pro that would have gotten me to buy that instead of two Ninja Slushies? Matter of fact, well, for number one, I would rather have optical drive inside the PS5 Pro. $700 for a PS5 Pro for an all digital system at the beginning is ridiculous. Second, I already have two PS5s. So me getting another PS5, I don't have another TV that I can place it on. You know, I'm trying to get my man cave situation weighted, and I do have an extra spot for that, right? So I can put it inside the man cave, but it's not ready yet. I was saying that to say that I also, on both of my PS5, I have this device that lets the M.2 drive be an external slot. The thing actually goes inside the M.2 drive, and it hangs on the side of the PS5 to allow you to switch out the M.2 drives. All right, because the 1 terabyte that comes with the PlayStation 5 is not enough. The 2 terabytes is still not enough. This console, these games demand a lot of space, and the PS5 Pro for me, is just not giving me what I want. You know, then what else would I have liked? I would like it to come with a stand. You're paying $700, and you have to buy all this stuff separately. I mean, if you have a 3D printer, or you have 3D printers like I do, I have a resin and a filament printer. So I can go to Thingiverse and find a PS5 Pro stand and print it out myself, and don't have to pay for one, right? So I would have liked it to come with a stand, two joysticks or two controllers. You know, I don't know why. Stop, Ace. I don't know why these video game consoles think that we don't have friends, like we're solo players, or we don't have a brother or a sister or something like that that likes to play video games too. It's ridiculous how these video game consoles come out and you only get one controller, and then you have to damn nearly buy another controller for $100, right? So that would have, to a pro, that would have been something that should have came with the PS5 Pro. Also, two bay drives, two M.2 drives to hold more storage. Do you not realize that a terabyte, even 2 terabytes, is not a lot of space for games, especially when you playing games like Call of Duty and you want to download every DLC that comes with it? For those of you that don't know what a terabyte is, imagine a terabyte is $1,000, right? That's what a terabyte is. A gigabyte is under $1,000. So if you have $500, you have half a terabyte. You get what I'm saying? So $500 equals 500 gig. $1,000 equals 1 terabyte. So that's as simple as I can probably put it, right? So if you have games like Call of Duty and if you have games that you only have digital content with, if you have all digital games, you are going to start to run out of space very quickly. And for a PlayStation Pro to be a PlayStation Pro, just a 1 bay for a M.2 drive would not be efficient enough for me. It's a Pro. You're paying close to $800 for the console, right? Then after that, you have to get a TV that's going to support the refresh rate for the PlayStation 5. If you have just a regular 120 hertz television and you take your old PlayStation 5, your OG PlayStation 5, or the one that y'all keep calling the Slim, which is not a Slim, it's not a PlayStation 5 Slim. If you take that and you just replace that with the new PlayStation 5, of course you're going to get frames per second, right? You're going to get a 60 frame game or 120 frame game, and then you don't have to worry about the graphics being dismal, right? But the games, some of the games that are coming out on PlayStation 5, I'm not going to say all, but some of the games that are coming out on PlayStation 5 looks good on a PlayStation 5. There's no need for a Pro unless you have the TV that's going to support it. So if you're worrying about getting the PlayStation 5 Pro, you need it. You don't need it right now. You don't need. If you can find just the regular PlayStation 5, you're good. Me, I will wait till it come down in price. Like I said, I have 2 PlayStation 5s, and I got one by mistake. So so there's no need for me to have 3 PlayStation 5s in here. There's no need, because I don't have the room for it. I don't have a home for it. My man cave is still under construction. I don't have a home for it. So for me to get out there and buy a PlayStation 5, it is not a necessity. I would prefer to have the Ninja Slushie, which I have 2 now. So there's nothing about the PlayStation 5 Pro that's going to make me go out and get it, right? Also, we all know that the PlayStation 5 is coming to the end of the cycle. When they bring this console out, they just did a refurbish of the PlayStation 5. That's the thing that y'all keep calling the PlayStation 5 Slim. It is not a PlayStation 5 Slim. It is just a different version of the PlayStation. There's nothing slim about it. Now, if you want to talk slim, look at the PlayStation 2 Slim and then look at the PlayStation 2. That's a slim. That is a slim. So that indeed is the correct terminology when you say slim. Look at the PlayStation 2 and then look at the PlayStation Slim. That's truly a slim console. The PlayStation that's out now, the one that you can get, is not the Slim. It's just the different design of uh, the physical and the digital. Okay, so if you do have the new design of the PlayStation 5 with the 4 plates, you can in fact take that disk drive, the optical drive, out, and then you can register it to your PlayStation. You can register it into as many PlayStations as you want, to my understanding from some of the videos that I've seen on YouTube. Um, so this is my opinion. And this is my opinion only for right now until we get Mike in here. Am I going to get the PlayStation 5 Pro? Of course I'm going to get the PlayStation 5 Pro. It's going to be sometime next year. It's going to be probably when I have an extra $800 to spend. It's probably going to be when I decide to go to Walmart one night to pick up some grapes at the Walmart that closes at 11 o'clock. And I say, hey, let me go to the section and see. Let me go to the section and see what new DVDs or Blu-rays are out. And it'd be like, damn, oh, it's a PlayStation 5 Pro in there. All right, let me take it. You know, it's going to be an impulsive buy. It's not going to be like I'm going in there to go find the PlayStation 5. It's going to be something where, I run into it. Or if I go inside of a pawn shop to look for like vintage lenses for my DSLR, and I happen to see somebody that pawned a PlayStation 5 Pro. If they're not selling it for a ridiculous price, and I test it out, and hopefully it's not banned or anything like that, then I'll get it. I don't know. Probably not. I'll probably rather have my stuff brand new. But I say all that to say, Crank Griffin, should you get a PS5 Pro? No, not right now. If you already have a PS5, you're chill. Unless you have a TV that's going to support all the features that this thing says that it can do. I'm going to have to get with Eric. I'm going to have to go up there and pay him a visit. I get in contact with him. Maybe Glovebox Gaming and the Gaming Show can get together. We can do something, because I'm pretty sure that he did episode unboxing of the PlayStation 5 Pro. But if I see him streaming, I'll probably holler at him, see if we could get together one night and do an episode, probably on a Sunday or something like that, like we did the Crown Royal episode. But and he has one. He picked his up. So for me, it's a no for right now. Like I said, I am going to get the PlayStation 5 Pro. I just don't have a place to put it right now. And I already have 2 PlayStation 5s. And there's nothing about the PlayStation Pro that's enticing me to go out and get it. If you live in the DMV, just type in PlayStation Pro and go to Walmart. They're still there. They're still at Best Buy. They're still at Target. They're selling the anniversary edition for Walmart. Has lost their damn mind. I'm looking at it right now. They're selling the anniversary edition for $1,000. You can keep it. You can keep it. You can buy the plates There's nothing. There's nothing about the anniversary edition of the PlayStation 5 that's separate from anything, right? You can still get the old school PlayStation startup screen like I have on both of my PlayStation 5s. It's just the plates. It's just the gray plates. That's all it is. You can buy gray plates. I'm not gonna spend $1,000 for gray plates. You can buy the controller, or if you're crafty with it, you can spray paint it. You can do so much stuff to make your stuff look like the anniversary edition. I'm not paying $1,000 for that. There's no hell's way. So if you find the anniversary edition inside of Walmart and they still want $1,000, guess what? It's going to stay right there until they mark that thing down. You know what I'm saying? Until they mark it down for a regular PlayStation 5 Pro price. I'm not paying no $1,000 for no PlayStation 5 Pro. And I'm not paying, hopefully I'm not going to be paying no $700 for a PlayStation 5 Pro. I'm not. It is not something that's a necessity right now. With the PlayStation 5 about to be outdated, and with the PlayStation 6 coming through, I think that I'll wait to the middle of 2025 to see what was going to be announced with the PlayStation 6. What's going to be announced with the Grand Theft Auto 6. That's going to determine what system I get, right? Just like, again, with when The Last of Us 2 came out and it was enhanced for the PlayStation 4 Pro, I honestly did not see any difference between the regular PlayStation 4 Pro and the regular PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 4 Pro. I didn't really see a difference in it. And a game doesn't have to be graphically great for me to enjoy it. Look, I play Moon Patrol. I have a PlayStation 5. I have an Xbox Series X. I have a PC. I have the Nintendo Switch. I have all these gaming systems and VR head systems. I have all this other stuff. Out of all that stuff that I have, I play Moon Patrol the most. If you're a friend of mine on PlayStation 5 Pro, if I'm not reviewing a game for the Gamer Show, 9 times out of 10, why the hell is Fred playing Moon Patrol? Or why the hell is Fred playing 10-Yard Fight? Why the hell is Fred? Those games resonate to me, right? They're not graphically great. They were graphically great at the time, but they're not graphically great in your standards, and people that's watching this problem. They're not great in your standards. So I don't have to see blades of grass because I'm not paying attention to a blade of grass on Spider-Man. It doesn't have to be sharp. And I already beat Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Spider-Man. I'm not about to play all that stuff all over again just to see some reflections in the window or blade of grass. You know what I'm saying? I do have the remake of The Last of Us 1 and The Last of Us 2 on PlayStation 5. Already beat those 2 games. And I haven't even put a dent in the PS5 versions yet because I beat it on PlayStation 4. So maybe I'll wait until I get a PlayStation 5 Pro and play it just so I can see a blade of grass. You mean to tell me you charge me $700 so I can see a blade of grass and The Last of Us 2? Nah, bro. I am good. I mean, kudos to everybody that went out there and got a PlayStation 5 Pro. Like I said, my man he has one. So I'll live my PlayStation Pro life throughout glove box gaming until I get my own, because I really don't need one right now. So Crank Griffin, just to answer your question, bruh. Again, nah. If you already have a PlayStation 5, you're good. You don't need a PlayStation 5 Pro. Nobody needs a PlayStation 5 Pro because there's nothing pro about the system. There's nothing pro about it. It doesn't have dual slots for M.2 drive, which a Pro should. The upgraded hard drive is still not enough space for games. You get a couple of Call of Duty games in there. There's 200 gigs. You're going to max out that drive. Remember, a terabyte is 2 500 gigabyte hard drives. To put it in terms that some of you all can understand a little bit better, a terabyte is $1,000. 500 gigs is $500. If I gave you $500, you have 500 gigs. If I gave you another $500, then you'll have a terabyte. You get what I'm saying? So that's not enough space for all of that. Plus, also with the PlayStation Pro, do like the Xbox does. Have the ability to have multiple hard drives. So I don't have to rely on my PlayStation 4. All the games that I have on my PlayStation 4 are saved onto my external hard drives, most of them. So allow me to have multiple hard drives picked up. The PlayStation 5 has a USB-C port. Do you know how powerful a USB-C port is? You know how much data can pass through a USB-C interface? And they're not utilizing that. So give me multiple hard drives so I can hook up all of my PlayStation 4 hard drives to my PlayStation 5 Pro, so I don't have to keep running to my PlayStation 5 to play my PlayStation. So I don't have to keep running to my PlayStation 4 to play the games. Give me my physical drive. I'm not a digital media dude. I want a physical copy of my game. When your server goes down, I no longer can passport play it. And also, you don't want to do a MikeC. What is a MikeC? I'll tell you what a MikeC is. Mike downloaded the game PT that was on PlayStation 4. It was a Silent Hill demo. PT looks like a PlayStation 5 game. That's how it looks realistic, right? The graphics on PT is phenomenal. It was ahead of its time. Like I said, it looks like a PlayStation 5 game. Mike had ran out of space for a game, so he actually deleted PT because he assumed, like everybody else, that I can just re-download it again. Wrong. When he tried to go re-download it, it was no longer on the server. You couldn't re-download it anymore. So this is why I'm telling you that digital doesn't work. You do not own that. If all your games are digital, you don't own them. You have a license to play it, right? It's like your game is your car, right? You brought a car, but legally you can't drive that car without a driver's license, because if you get pulled over, bye-bye. Your car's in Upper Marlboro. So you don't own digital games. You don't own digital movies. Voodoo, the iTunes, if all that stuff that you buy, even look, check this out, and I'm about to go. I'm gonna tell you how you don't own digital movies, right? If you have Comcast or you have Verizon and you buy digital movies on Comcast or Verizon, right? Say you have Comcast and you brought Black Panther on Comcast server. Well, Comcast is just ridiculous with their prices. So then you go to Verizon. You go to Verizon. Now you want to look at Black Panther again. Guess what? You can't watch it because it doesn't transfer over to the Verizon. But you brought this. You brought Black Panther. You know, you can't watch it on Verizon server. You can only watch it on Comcast server. And even if you got the service again, you may not have Black Panther in your category because now that you didn't have Comcast for 2 or 3 years, and now you want to go back to Comcast, that may not be in your library anymore because your contract may have been there. You were only supposed to have access to that particular movie a certain amount of time, and then when you delete it or you got rid of that cable provider, now you no longer have it. And I always tell y'all, back in the DSL days, after dial-up was after we got finished dealing with the headaches of dial-up, and a lot of people know about dial-up, especially if you had a PlayStation 2 and you were playing SOCOM. You had to have DSL. Couldn't talk on the phone if you had dial-up. You know what I'm saying? So I forgot my train of thought that quick. But anyway, oh yeah. So there was a gaming platform or system where you could go and buy games, and it was called GameSpot or GameSpy. I forgot which one it was. It was either GameSpot or GameSpy. And this was before Steam. This was before Unreal and all these Epic and all this other stuff, where you brought games online. Well, guess what? When that server went down, everybody lost all that content that they brought. Everybody lost all that. And I'll give you one more before I get out of here, because my stomach's hurting for some reason. PlayStation Home. Y'all remember PlayStation Home on the PlayStation 3? Those of you all that had PlayStation Home. PlayStation Home, again, and I talk about this all the time. PlayStation Home was a social media platform, an interactive social media platform with your avatar. You had clubs, you had movie theaters, you could do a lot of stuff in there. There was a lot, people actually met on PlayStation Home. They actually linked up in real life. Some of them even got married. Some of them even got put on child support with PlayStation Home. So PlayStation Home was a powerful thing. It was free. It didn't cost you anything to download it. And you could play it as much as you want to. The only kicker was that they offered you stuff like you could buy properties. You can buy they gave you a free home. I wish America would do that. They gave you a free home and it was already furnished. But you can invite people back to your home. And that'd be like a private chat room, or you can have a private party. And it was hundreds of people that was in that server. And it was like a mall or something, like a mall court. Just look up PlayStation Home, and you would have 100 people, over 100 people in that room. And the closer that you got to the person's avatar, you can talk to them. But when you walked away, you couldn't. So it was like a virtual, real live social media. Okay. The only problem with that was that they start selling real items. They start selling digital items. I'm sorry. They started selling digital items for real money. Now you can buy clothing, you can buy like masks. It was a lot of people running around with these unicorn masks and these costumes and all this other stuff. People pay hundreds of dollars for this. And guess what? When PlayStation Home Beta finally ended their server, you could not go back in there anymore. I'm going to test that theory. I'm going to boot up my PlayStation 3 and see if I can go inside of PlayStation Home. I doubt it, right? But that server is down. So all that stuff that people brought, guess what? You've wasted money. You have wasted money that you don't have any type of something that you can hold. You don't have a physical item that you can hold. And you no longer have access to it because PlayStation Home is gone. So I'm sorry I went in a roundabout way of that, but digital does not work. And coming out the gate with the PlayStation 5 Pro does not have a optical drive. You have to buy that separately. That's not a pro to me. You're just getting more money. No stand that comes with it, you're getting more money. Not an ability to have multiple hard drives hooked up at the same time so you can play your PlayStation 4 games. You know, I have a couple of 8 terabyte hard drives that I have to keep disconnecting from my PlayStation 4 so I can play, you know, older games. Or if I want to play PT, I keep it on an external hard drive that I can plug it up and play it. There's so many games that I have. There's so many games that I have on P4 that has that I have to that's installed on the external hard drive. Some of them aren't PlayStation 5 compatible, and some of them are. But it's just the fact that I have to run back to my PS4 just to play some games. So PlayStation 5 Pro is not a PlayStation 5 Pro, in my opinion. So again, Crank Cuffin. This goes out to you, brother. No, in my opinion. So, all right, thank you all for watching, and that was it. See y'all.